Hello friends, I'm Alan Richardson. My wife Jen and I are Blue Diamonds in doTERRA, and we've been in doTERRA now for 8 years. And so during that time frame, we've grown into some of the top distributors in the company. Now, I'm super excited for you guys there in the Philippines because you have a tremendous opportunity. Now, before I joined doTERRA, I actually owned a company that trained distributors in network marketing companies. And so it gave me an opportunity to experience what it's like from the corporate side, from corporate training to the field, to how large field operators move, how they operate, and how what it's like for the individual distributors and across not just in one company, but in dozens and dozens and dozens of companies. In fact, almost every major name in network marketing, our company was providing simulation sales training to. And so as a result, I really got a hands-on look at the industry, and it actually motivated me to want to pursue network marketing as a professional network marketer. And now through that, I've realized that there's a couple of different philosophies that come up that determine whether or not an opportunity is really great, or if the industry itself can create its promise of time freedom, residual income, things like that. And I realized through that journey that that there's certain philosophies that can be detrimental to that and have maybe created some negative imagery of what network marketing means. But in my exposure of 6 solid years of training in the industry before joining doTERRA, I began to formulate some key points that really emphasize whether or not an opportunity would become a legacy, like a legacy company, which is an important term to think about. Like if you're going to invest your energy and time into something or really move with an opportunity, it's even more awesome when that opportunity is able to sustain for a long time. And so I developed 3 basic criteria that I used for my search when I was choosing a company. The first one is I recognized that a company had to offer a product that had a legitimate value proposition. That means that people would want the product regardless of the business, and that it would provide extreme value for its customers. And I've realized that a lot of companies in the past, and I've heard a different or an alternate philosophy where people would tell me, Rod, it's not about the product, it's the opportunity, and you need to move fast and things like that. And I didn't ever agree with that philosophy. I felt that it's fundamentally all about the product, because ultimately you're paid from the sale of the product, and your continued payment from sale of the product is whether or not the customer base is completely sold out on the product and it provides them enough value that they'll continue to buy it for years and years into the future. And so product value proposition was my #1 criteria when I was looking or assessing which opportunity to take advantage of. The second thing that I've realized is that poor management can run a company into the ground. And so I realized that a company needed to have a stellar management team with a lot of experience and understanding, because if it's an opportunity-driven company and they go headlong into it, they can run themselves right out of business. And nothing's worse than management making poor decisions on things that are impacting your business, because ultimately in network marketing, we as distributors are partners with our parent company. And so we want our partners to be just like if we were investors coming in, we'd want to make sure that our investment partner was solid. And those of you that are familiar with investing, like venture capital investing, would understand that it's not necessarily that you're investing so much in the ideas, you're investing in the people that are running it, because a good management team can pull almost anything off, especially if they're backed with a really solid value proposition with their products, right? And the third criteria that I developed is I realized that the compensation plans of different companies can work for you or against you. And so the third factor was compensation. How was the compensation plan structured? And I wanted to make sure that I had a plan that wasn't necessarily penalizing me for growth or helping others or things like that. And so then our discovery came of doTERRA. And doTERRA first entered our life when we actually had kind of a seasonal condition that came through our neighborhood, and everyone was quite ill or down and out. And our neighbor dropped off some breathe oil to help my wife with her respiratory system and easy breathing and things like that. And so she tried it. I was afraid of it. And she got better in a couple of days, and the rest of our family who wouldn't use it ended up still under the weather for the rest of the month. And so it wasn't until the following Christmas in December when I started to feel some discomfort in my abdomen area, and it had been going on for a little while. And so I talked to my wife about it, and she said, "Hey, the neighbor dropped off a little bottle of peppermint oil," and she said, "Why don't you give that a try?" And that sounded so much better than going to a doctor or something. So I switched it down, and sure enough, within seconds, it soothed it right out. And so I knew then that I had a product of strong value. doTERRA, of course, is backed by a management team that's got an industry experience. I think last count was like 150 years of combined industry experience running network marketing companies, billion-dollar network marketing companies, and essential oil network marketing companies. And so we had the best of both worlds in a stellar management team that's formulated into an LLC. So there's no shareholders, no public offering, there's no incentive to be profit-driven, and the company did that specifically so they could maintain their focus on their primary goal, which is to bring essential oils to every home, the highest quality essential oils that can possibly be developed on a consistent basis, and doTERRA has achieved that. Also with our compensation plan, I haven't been able to find any breakage points. There's a couple of areas where if you're not qualified, the commission won't pay, but I found out later that they actually move that into the bonus pools. And so in a sense, all of the commission is paid out to the field in a great percentage. And so I'm super excited for you that are here to listen to these presentations today. The Philippines is set to open. That means that you're in a brand new market space. doTERRA is already 10 years old. We're already at a run rate of $2 billion internationally. Our team is already all throughout the United States and in 34 international markets. And so you're coming to the table in a brand new market with all kinds of backing, with a company that's rock solid, with a team that's highly experienced, and you just couldn't be at a better place and a better time right now than where you are in the Philippines. And so I'm really looking forward to hopefully you making the choice to join us in our team effort and to get out and join us in our mission and getting essential oils into every home. You'll benefit and bless the lives of so many people, and we're super excited for you, and I cannot wait to be able to meet you personally. We'll talk to you soon.